name is Jordan, and today I'm going to be doing my February wrap-up and March TBR. Since this, again, I'm pre-filming this video in the middle of February because of school, so if I've read more books in prior to this video than I did, and I'll talk about that in my March wrap-up. So I've read a lot of books this month, like for my free time. I didn't read a lot, but most of the books I've read are from my literature classes, but it was a good reading month for me, even though some parts of it wasn't that great. But I have amazing books too that I picked out for March because spring break's coming up for me, so let's get started. The first book that I finished is A Stay in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. I just finished it, so I'm still counting it as first, and then I'll talk about the books that I've read for my classes. But anyways, this is a Charlotte Holmes retelling. I really enjoy this. I've listened to this on audiobook, and I did a review for this book. I'll leave the link down below so you guys can check out more of my thoughts. I just thought it was really good on audiobooks, especially when I have not read Sherlock Holmes before, but I really wanted to, so this kind of gives me an idea of what they're talking about, because they also reference a lot of oh my gosh, I'm messing two characters up, Sherlock Holmes, like, cases and stuff, so that kind of got me to want to read it more. I want to thank Rocky from Blonde with a Book to tell everybody to read it, because that definitely gave me a push to read this book, and I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to read the next book sometime. I'm not sure when, but I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read in February, which is The Odyssey by Homer. This is a more of a reread for me, so if you heard me talk about it in one of my previous WrapUp TBR videos, if I find it, I'll link it down below so I talk about that. I still enjoy it. It's just like some of the parts it's just funny to me because I've read it last semester and I've read this semester, but it was like a refreshing my memories for me about this book, so I still enjoy it, so it's 5 out of 5 star read for me. The next book I've read is The Islands of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells. Like, for me, it was an okay book. I've just mostly been confused the whole time. It was not much of an enjoyment read for me, just because, like, I didn't understand what was going on half the time. And plus, with Dr. Moreau's character, I just did not understand his purpose of his experiments. So I give this book 2 out of 5 stars. The next book I've read, which is Hamlet by William Shakespeare, I'm still laughing to this day because I've read it twice last semester. If you read my previous wrap-up and TBR videos, but I'm not complaining that I have to read it again, but I enjoyed Hamlet. Again, it's still a 5 out of star read, and if I had to read it again sometime in the future, I wouldn't mind reading it again. The next book I've read is Beowulf by, I don't know who it's by. It was also a reread for me because I had to read it 2 years ago for one of my literature classes. I just didn't enjoy it, and I still don't enjoy it, and plus I don't understand the story overall, and I give it 1 out of 5 stars, and I still give it that rating. The last book I read in February, which is The Innocence of the Life of a Slave Girl by Harriet, I forgot what her last name was. It was an autobiography book. I enjoyed it a little bit, but not as much as I want to, just because, like, it's about this girl's life when she was a slave. It's just hard for me to read because of what they have to go through, but I just didn't understand this story, like how it's supposed to, what her goal was to tell her audience. So I give this book 1 or 2 out of 5 stars, if not 1.5 stars. And now let's get to my March TBR. The first one is By Your Side by Casey West. I'm still in the middle of reading it. As you can see, I'm almost about halfway through it. I was supposed to catch up on reading, but I was sick for more than almost 2 weeks. It was awful for me, and I wasn't even felt well enough to read. I just wanted to watch TV the whole time as I was sick. But since I have spring break coming up, it will be a good time for me to catch up on reading. So I'm liking By Your Side so far from what I've read, so I'm still gonna continue reading it. I'm not gonna give up on it. The next book on my TBR is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I'm actually listening to this on audiobook, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm on chapter, I think, 3 or 4, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a sci-fi retelling of Cinderella, where she's a cyborg, which sounds really awesome. I got the rest of Doomsday Chronicles, if you guys could see on my lower shelf there, but I don't have Winter yet, so hopefully if I enjoyed Cinder, I would definitely continue with the series, so I'm hoping I would actually enjoy it so I could read the rest of the series. The next book I'm going to be reading is The Forgetting by Sharon. Sharon is about this world, how everybody forgets, but one girl actually remembers. I've been interested in the book, not just because of the plot, but the cover is really beautiful, especially with the trees around it. Plus, it's really beautiful underneath, as you can see here. So, I'm hoping and the sequel just came out a few months ago, so I'm definitely hoping if I enjoy this, I would continue reading the sequel or companion, whatever they call it. But it looks like a sequel to me, so I definitely would. Hopefully I'll like this book so I can read the next book. The next book I'm going to be reading is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. I know this has been in my past wrap-up TBR videos, but I want to get to it so bad so I could actually read the whole thing. So I appreciate that I actually have read it and not remember that I was read to, because my 6th grade teacher has read this book to me and my classmates, but I want to physically read it so I actually experience it myself. And I've been a big fan of the movie since I was a kid, and like I said, I want to read it myself and not remember me like actually listen to someone else read this book. I want to read it myself, so this will definitely be the month. March will be the perfect month for me to actually be reading it. The last book I'm hoping going to be reading in March is Long May She Reign by Rainhan Thomas. It's about this girl who's like 23rd line for a throne, and then somehow her family got killed and she becomes queen when she's not meant to be queen, and she has to figure out how her family has been killed from this. But I honestly want to read it just because like I've heard good things about it, and again, I also love the book because it's beautiful, and there's a like a little flask here under the jacket, but I definitely want to read it. And it's a fantasy standalone, which I honestly agree with everybody. It's really rare for a fantasy to be a standalone. It's just other books are standalone, other books in different genres are standalone, so I definitely would want to read it. So I hope I would end up loving it. Sorry about that. I'm hoping I would end up loving it like everybody else if they liked it. So that's all for my February wrap-up March TBR. I'm sorry if I talked a little funny on my last book. I'm still getting over the flu, like I mentioned in a few books before. I'm feeling better. In case you guys are wondering, the day I'm filming this, I'm still getting over sick. But when this video is released, I'm hoping I'll be 100% better by then. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And comment down below some of the books that you've read in February, as well as the books that you're going to be reading in March. And if you enjoyed this, if you want to follow me on social media, I have Facebook under Lost Reader, and I have Twitter and Instagram on Lost Reader 19. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and if you enjoyed my channel. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!